Geekom A9 Max promises desktop-crushing power in a tiny box. Either we have finally reached portable PC heaven, or this is just another overhyped mini PC that melts under real-world use. On the Amazon page you see big talk, a high-end multi-core processor, fast NVMe storage, up to massive amounts of RAM, multiple 4K displays, Wi-Fi 6, the whole Pinterest-ready, clutter-free desk setup. Sounds like a dream, right? But here's the thing. When a tiny box claims to replace a full tower PC, something usually gives thermals, noise, stability, or all three. I ran the A9 Max as my main daily machine for 2 solid weeks. I have put the direct link to check current pricing in the description. But before you click anything, let me show you what I discovered after 2 weeks of testing. So, what does the Geekom A9 Max actually promise? According to the marketing, this little cube is supposed to be your one-box solution for desktop-class performance for work, content creation, and even gaming. Smooth 4K multi-monitor support without stutters. Whisper quiet, low-power operation you can run 24/7. A clean, cable-light setup with all the ports you need. Sounds kind of criminally generous for something you can literally hold in one hand, right? They are basically saying, forget the bulky tower, this is your new workstation, gaming PC, and home theater PC in one. But here's where things get interesting. Reality check. They claim desktop-class performance. What you actually get is laptop-class performance in a box that sometimes acts like a stressed-out laptop. In short bursts, the A9 Max flies. Opening dozens of Chrome tabs, office work, 4K YouTube playback, even some light photo editing. No problem. Benchmarks spike high at the start. But under a 20 to 30 minute sustained load, like exporting a longer 4K video or running a big code compile, the performance dips as the tiny cooling system struggles. That's physics, not hate. The CPU can only boost so long before thermals say, nope. They claim smooth 4K multi-monitor support. Yes, you can run 2, even 3 displays depending on how you set it up. But let's be real. Pushing multiple 4K screens with integrated graphics is asking for dropped frames if you are mixing video playback, streaming, and heavy multitasking. In my testing, one 4K display plus a 1440p side monitor was totally fine for productivity. Start adding 4K video editing timelines and background tasks, and things begin to stutter. Not unusable, but not the flawless experience the marketing implies. They hint at casual gaming being no big deal. Here's where it gets mathematically impossible. Integrated graphics, even the newer ones, are good, but they are not magic. Esports titles like Valorant, CS2, and Fortnite at 1080p on medium settings. Playable. Expect somewhere in the 60-100 FPS ballpark in lighter games, but heavy AAA titles at high settings. Forget it. You will be dialing things down to medium or low, and even then expect dips. That's not a gaming beast. That's good enough if you are realistic. They suggest whisper quiet, low power, 24/7 operation. At idle or light use, the A9 Max is genuinely quiet and sips power. The fan is a soft whoosh in the background, but when you push it, the fan ramps up. Not jet engine loud, but absolutely noticeable. If you are imagining total silence while rendering a video or compiling a big project, you are living in ad copy, not reality. Here's where things get interesting. Marketing loves to flaunt peak numbers, boost clocks, maximum RAM capacity, theoretical bandwidth. What they do not talk about is sustained performance, thermal throttling, and actual noise under load. I dug through user reviews on multiple sites and saw the same pattern. People praising the speed for everyday work, but a chunk of power users mentioning thermal limitations and fan noise when they really pushed it. The plot twist is, most buyers are actually fine with that, as long as they know up front what this box is and is not. Let's break down a few key areas. Performance and thermals. Out of the box, the A9 Max feels snappy. Apps open fast, Windows feels smooth, and boot times are quick thanks to the NVMe SSD. But here's what nobody tells you. Tiny mini PCs are playing a constant balancing act between power and heat. In stress tests, the CPU quickly ramps up to its rated boost, then gradually dials back to keep temperatures in check. Translation: fantastic burst performance, okay sustained performance. If you are a heavy creator or dev, that matters. Ports and connectivity. On paper, the port selection looks great. Multiple USB ports, at least one high-speed Type-C, HDMI, maybe DisplayPort, 2.5G Ethernet, and Wi-Fi 6 or 6E. For a clean desk setup, that's excellent. But what the marketing does not mention is that not all ports are created equal. Some Type-C ports on mini PCs only do data, not display or charging. So if you are planning a single cable monitor setup, double-check what that port actually supports on the Amazon page. Upgradability and build. One of the genuine strengths here. You can typically upgrade RAM and storage. Pop the bottom, swap sticks, drop in a larger SSD. That's a win. But again, here's what nobody tells you. Thermal pads, cramped internals, and thin chassis design can make DIY upgrades a little nerve-wracking if you are not used to working in tight spaces. Noise and real-world use. In normal productivity, emails, browsing, office work, streaming, the A9 Max stays pretty quiet and cool. This is where it really shines as an office or living room PC. Start gaming or rendering, and the fan will absolutely make its presence known. It is not obnoxious, but it kills the fantasy of a silent powerhouse. I also dug into the reviews. Most are positive, but I spotted a few red flags. Some reviews that read like copy-paste marketing, suspiciously generic 5-star ratings, and a couple of users mentioning units arriving with older firmware or needing BIOS tweaks for best performance. Not dropshipping level sketchy, but enough that you should read the most critical reviews before buying. So, verdict time. Is the Geekom A9 Max worth it? My take: recommended but with clear expectations. If you want a tiny, power-efficient PC for productivity, media consumption, light creative work, and some casual gaming, this thing makes a lot of sense. You get a clean setup, good everyday speed, upgradability, and way less bulk than a traditional tower. But if you are expecting it to replace a high-end gaming rig or a pro workstation with heavy 4K video or 3D rendering, skip this and save your money for a bigger desktop with serious cooling. In its price range, the value is solid as long as you play to its strengths and not the marketing fantasy. Buy it for what it is, not what the ad copy wants you to believe. Stay savage out there. If this review saved you from wasting money or helped you find something actually worth buying, I've put the link to check current pricing and read more reviews in the description. And hey, if you do decide to buy through my link, it helps fund these investigations without costing you extra. Drop a comment with what you are planning to use a mini PC like this for, and tell me what you want me to dissect next, maybe another mini PC, or a so-called budget gaming laptop. Hit subscribe if you like brutally honest breakdowns like this. Until next time, question the hype and upgrade smarter.